Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing out a brand new affordable, long-wearing, hydrating foundation. Maybelline has just launched this little bad boy. It is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. Now this is a long-wearing, hydrating foundation. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. It's got collagen in it. 12 hours of wear, 12 hours of continuous hydration. It's meant to visibly improve the look of the skin, the texture of the skin, medium coverage with a radiant finish, and apparently does not feel heavy and does not clog the pores. So I have had a lot of requests from you guys to review this one, to test it out. If you are new here, I'm kind of obligated to say this. I do have an oily skin type, but quite a lot of the time products with hyaluronic acid and other particular hydrating ingredients do really work well for oily skin because they correct the moisture imbalance, they correct the dehydration, and as a result your skin actually produces less oil than if you were to not use those products. So yeah, really excited to try this one out. It's got really amazing reviews. Cannot wait to get stuck into it. And we're also going to be comparing it to the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation because apparently these are literally exactly the same thing. Both long wear hydrating formulas, both lightweight on the skin, they both don't clog pores. And if you can save yourself a hell of a lot of money by getting the Maybelline one instead of the Fenty one, then why wouldn't you? So if you are new here, as always, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up if you did like it. Oh wait, and the notification bell. Gosh, so many things to remember. It's a little overwhelming, but yes, let's jump into the video. Now I have already prepped my skin. I used the Olay Whip today. I'm obsessed with this moisturizer. You guys know this. It's a moisturizer that essentially doubles as a primer, leaves a really smooth, powdery finish on the skin, and it works incredibly with my oily skin. So what side? Shall we do like a side by side? I feel like that's the best way to do this. Let's do the Maybelline on this side, and then let's do the Fenty on this side. Now, as I said, this Maybelline one's meant to be like a pretty much near on perfect exact dupe for the Fenty one. Love the Fenty one. I get a really good long wear time out of it. It's very light on the skin. It does feel hydrating, non-drying, doesn't feel cakey. Beautiful for everyday wear, so I'm hoping that we get the same thing out of this. Now, the new Maybelline one is a 30ml product, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's actually got like a little pink lid, which is cute. A little pump applicator, glass bottle, like I said, 30ml, and I have the shade Sandy Beige in this. So it is available. It's available in the States. It's available here in Australia. It's available worldwide as far as I know. It's only just come out. So lightweight, hydrating, radiant finish, hyaluronic acid to hydrate the skin. It's got that collagen to plump the skin, illuminating pigments for radiance that glows. Now she's a medium coverage. Let's have a look at the actual formula. Ooh, it's actually quite a bit thicker than I actually expected it to be. Yeah, doesn't really have too much of a scent. I'm going to be applying it with a sponge. This is from my brand Nikkia Cosmetics. This is a Pro Plus Perfecting Sponge. Yeah, and we're going to apply it to this side. Oh, actually, guys, the coverage on this isn't bad at all. Okay, I was not expecting that. Now, as part of testing this today, I obviously am going to be wearing it all day, and we will do check-ins so I can show you, the comparison and how they both go. Hopefully we get a good result, and hopefully it wears as well as the Fenty one. Gosh, it's an absolute dream to blend out. Oh my gosh, that's funny that I said that because dream is in the name of it. Now I feel stupid. So this shade here isn't too bad. I feel like it's matching pretty well. Oh my gosh, it's so smoothing on the skin. That looks like I've put a Facetune filter on. You guys know that I never put filters on my videos. I've got textured skin and I like you to see that because I'm a normal human. Sorry, but you see all the girls in the magazines and all the rest of it. No one's skin looks like that. They'd be lying to you. They'd be telling you porky. So yeah, definitely it's a medium coverage, but it's buildable. Like I feel like it's covering pretty much all the redness, all the discoloration, and I do feel like it's building up really nicely. Doesn't feel heavy, and like I said earlier, it looks flipping gorgeous. It's so smoothing on my skin. I will zoom you in a second so I can show you both sides, like side-by-side comparison. But so far, I'm actually really liking the way that this looks. All right, so here is my skin nice and close up on this side with the foundation. Hopefully you can see, I feel like it's really helped blur out texture. I feel like it's really helped eliminate like a lot of the enlarged pores that I have in this area. Feels very soft. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing any foundation. It's absolutely beautiful. And I mean, in comparison to this side, there's a slight difference. All right, so with the Fenty one now, the Fenty one is actually a lot runnier in consistency than the Maybelline one. I might even do maybe one more tiny little pump. I'm going to use the other end of my sponge so that we don't mix up the formulas. Ooh, color is not an exact perfect match, but I do feel like we'll be able to make it work once we have powder and stuff on. So blending this one out. Now, like I said, I have worn this foundation before. I really love this foundation. Super lightweight. Just, it's so easy to put on as like an everyday kind of a thing. Just, yeah, it feels beautiful and lightweight during the day. I think I actually prefer the look of the Maybelline one on the skin. I feel like it's more smoothing. And I also feel like it's better coverage, surprisingly. So I've used about the same amount of product on both sides. Yeah, the Maybelline side looks a whole lot nicer. So we'll zoom in again. So side-by-side comparison, Maybelline. Let me know what you think in the comments too. Do you think that my skin looks smoothed out? Because I really, really do. I love the finish of this on the skin. And it's sort of dried down to a kind of powdery feel. There's a little bit of tackiness. Obviously, we will powder it down. But then in comparison to this side, this is the Fenty side. So as far as what I can see directly in the mirror in front of me, I feel like this side of my face looks a whole lot smoother. And I do also believe, and despite the fact that we did use the same amount of product, the Maybelline one had better coverage. So yeah, so far not a bad result. And like I said, this is a way, way, way more affordable than the Fenty one. So obviously we can get the same finish, the same result, the same wear time, the same lightweightness, you know, from a product that's a whole lot more affordable. You'd be silly not to. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'll be back to show you a final look at what the skin's looking like, and then we'll start our check-ins. All right, so I've got the rest of my makeup on. I put a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, just to give me some extra coverage throughout the day. I am still 110% convinced that the Maybelline side looks a whole lot smoother than the Fenty side. Both sides feel really, really lightweight. I think that both sides do look really nice. Like, obviously, I really like the finish of the Fenty one. But if I had to pick something that looked different, the Maybelline side just looks a whole lot smoother. So both sides powdered down really well. Both sides feel really, really lightweight. Like, I don't feel like I'm wearing a heap of makeup, which is why I do love this Fenty one for everyday wear, because it's just nice. Like, you can wear it all day without having to feel like claustrophobic in your own makeup kind of a thing. But yeah, this is what it is looking like. Skin close up. So the Maybelline side here and the Fenty side here. Let me know at this point what you guys are thinking, what you think it looks like in comparison. And then I will see you guys in about 6 hours. We will do a midday check-in, and then I will check in again later on tonight to show you how both sides wore after about 12, 13 hours. So yeah, I will talk to you guys then. All right, guys, so back with my first check-in. I've officially had the foundation on for 6 hours now. And don't mind me, I randomly decided for whatever reason that today was the day to paint the pavement out the back. It cannot be explained. So yeah, as a result, my hands are now covered in paint. But it's not a bad way to test how a foundation wears. So I've been outside in the sunshine. It's not particularly hot today. What does my watch say? 22 degrees Celsius. So it's not particularly hot, but it's like warm and, you know, sunny outside. Now, can we first talk about the lack of shine on my face at this point? I know, for a hydrating, radiant foundation, and again, this is another reason why I love the Fenty one, but it just wears so beautifully on oily skin. It's those really amazing hydrating ingredients that help to correct, you know, dehydration in the skin and therefore stop it producing so much oil. But also, the Maybelline side, guys, honestly still looks better. It is just as matte as the Fenty side. It is just as lightweight. There is no settling, no caking, no creasing. It feels beautiful and lightweight on the skin. Like, I am honestly low-key blown away at how nice this is. I didn't really expect to like it that much. Normally for me with Maybelline foundations, for me the only ones that I can wear are like the really hardcore either matte formulas or the really, really ultra long wearing formulas. And this one isn't, I mean, 12 hours is a long, you know, it's long wear, but it's not like 24-hour wear kind of a product. I am honestly blown away. So I'm just going to quickly show you my skin close up. Even on the Fenty side, I am noticing some of the product sort of wearing away. I've got a little acne spot just here and the foundation has come off that, but my acne spots on this side are still really, really well covered. All my bronzer and everything is still in place. Like, it still looks so airbrushed and so smooth. I am shooky. This cookie is shooky. So here we are close up. This is the Maybelline side. Like, how flipping smooth does it look? It just looks flawless on the skin. No creasing around my mouth, no creasing around my nose. There might be a little bit of creasing on my forehead here, but that is happening on both sides, and I'd say that's more got to do with my wrinkles than anything else. It just looks gorgeous, and the fact that it has stayed so incredibly shine-free is just amazing. The product hasn't transferred off anywhere, and like I said, like, I've been outside, I've been doing things. I haven't just been, you know, sitting inside in the air conditioner. Like, I've been testing this really, really well. And then this here is the Fenty side. So this side still looks really, really nice. Like, definitely, again, broken record, I really like this foundation for a reason. It does stay looking really nice on the skin all day long. Super lightweight, super radiant, and still amazing with oily skin. But honestly, I think that the Maybelline side looks better, and it is so much more affordable. Like, the Maybelline one is less than half price. So far things are looking really, really good. Now, like I said, I will come back tonight fairly late, so before I take my makeup off and get into bed, and I will give you like a final look at how these are both wearing, how we are traveling. But at this point, I am really, really, really impressed with the Maybelline one. So yeah, hopefully the good luck continues. So I will see you guys later on tonight. Hey guys, so I am back with my final check-in for the day and for this video, and I think it is pretty obvious from the look of my face, the conclusion that we have come to on this foundation. I low-key cannot stop staring at my skin. So we have had this foundation on for officially 12 hours now, and honestly, it looks absolutely amazing. So firstly, hardly any shine happening on my face. Now, bear in mind, obviously, you guys, I am wearing our Velvet Finishing Powder. It is very, very good at controlling shine. It is very, very good at mattifying. So do bear that in mind. I am wearing it over the top of my foundation. But there is no separation, there is no shine, there is no cakiness, and it is pretty much nearly exactly the same on both sides. I still do think that the Maybelline side actually looks better than the Fenty side, and obviously it's a hell of a lot cheaper. I'm going to zoom you in before I go through it too much more. Like, this Maybelline side, it just looks so smooth. So here it is, nice and close up. Hopefully you can see all the texture on my skin there. Really, really smooth through the forehead, down the cheeks, all the way down on my jawline here. There is no product actually missing, so we haven't had any of the product actually transfer off during the day. Usually I do get some degree of that because, you know, you lean on your face and you take, I have taken jumpers on and off today. I've been out in the sun, like I said. I was painting that pavement. I still cannot figure out what possessed me to do that today. Oh, the moment you realize something's in your teeth. We fixed it. It is just so smooth. My skin still looks so airbrushed. Like, it looks like it's been face tuned, and there is definitely still like very, 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 like, it has made the pores look smaller 100%. So Maybelline side, and then in comparison to the Fenty side. So the Fenty foundation is $35 USD. I believe it's nearly $50 here in Australia. But yeah, I've had some of the product transfer off an acne spot. The foundation still looks beautiful. It is still radiant. It is still glowy. The coverage is still there. It's still long wearing it. They both feel super, super lightweight. But honestly, like, if I had to pick between the two sides and the two products, I would 100% go with the Maybelline one. Like, I feel like, let me know in the comments as well, but I feel like it's pretty obvious from, like, you can see it on my skin, the difference in the two products. You can really tell. Now, probably fair to say as well, I do feel like we have had some of that Fenty foundation transfer off the end of my nose just on this side here. So obviously I did apply a concealer, so it could be in relation to that. But the concealer that I applied is the Benefit Cakeless, and you guys know how much I absolutely love this stuff. It's like, seriously, it is pain and it does not go anywhere. So I doubt that it is that. I would more say it's got to do with the foundation, and it sort of started to break down with my oils coming through. But then you look in comparison to the Maybelline side, she ain't budged. She hasn't gone anywhere. So yeah, I am pretty confident, and I can 100% say that I absolutely recommend this new Maybelline foundation, the Dream Radiant Liquid. Hang on. Let me zoom out because I'm all up in your business. This is just a beautiful product. It is very, very lightweight. It is glowy, natural, radiant. It feels really lightweight on the skin. Like, it's sort of like one of those barely there products. You can't really even feel that you are actually wearing it. I don't feel like it's heavy. I don't feel like, oh, I need to wipe my face, or, you know that feeling like you get to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you're like, let me go home and have a shower. I'm not having those feels at all. Like, it just feels honestly beautiful. And I don't even feel the need to touch up. So I have not powdered. Like I said, I put my Velvet Finishing Powder on originally. I will link it down below. But I have not powdered up during the day. I have not touched up during the day at all. Like, this is still the original application. Both sides look beautiful, but in my opinion, the Maybelline wins hands down. So that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed these 2 foundations, sort of battling it out. It is another like fine example of, you know, sometimes the more expensive product is not always the best. Sometimes it's actually better to invest your money in more affordable drugstore products. You know, I've shown you guys plenty of examples of this in the past. I think it's easy to get caught up in brand names, and it's easy to get caught up in, oh, well, you know, my foundation's from Sephora. Like, ditch all of that. Honestly, you can get really amazing stuff at the drugstore. I obviously will continue testing this foundation. I will continue wearing it, testing it with different primers and things like that. I'm going to absolutely be wearing this tomorrow. Probably I'll wear it every day for the rest of the week, and I will update you on if I break out or anything like that. But like, so far, she good. So please let me know your thoughts on the 2 sides in the comments down below. Which side do you think looks better? Do you agree with me on my thoughts on the Maybelline, or do you think it looks terrible on my skin? Let me know all of your thoughts, and also let me know, have you tried it and your experiences with it? I would love to know. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. I love you guys heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps, and I will catch you all in my next video.